Hello guys, in this video we'll see how we can create our EC2 instance and the different ways how we can connect with an EC2 instance. Okay, so let's start the video. So the first and foremost thing, just try to log in your AWS and you'll visit to the dashboard, and either you click on here recently visited or just search for EC2 instance. Okay, so once you landed here you will see instances, click on it, and nothing is over here, and launch instances. Okay, so here we have to give our instance a name. Okay, let's give it as YouTube. Okay, so this is where we have to choose our operating system image. Okay, so just it's just like we use ISO images on our previous videos, right? In VirtualBox. So here in cloud, this is how we choose our operating systems. So let me choose Ubuntu, the favorite one of mine, and the instance type. So while we created in our VirtualBox series that we set a kind of MBs or GBs in memory, right? Memory. So what we do here is we just, since we are in free tier, it's just going to give us limited options like 2 vCPUs, virtual CPUs, and 1 GB memory, T3 small, C7i flex large, which gives us 2 vCPU and 4 GB memory, and PM7i flex large is it gives you 2 vCPU and 8 GB memory. All right. So the next thing is that we have to create a key pair. So it's kind of a key where we used to log in. So let's give it a name, YouTube key, and create key pair. Okay, so network settings. What you can do is you can just leave it as default and click on edit. So you can give your group name, security group. So this is a firewall. It's kind of you can just control the inbound and outbound traffic. Okay, so here we're just giving SSH the port number 22 to allow, right? So we can add a security group again and give it as HTTP port number 80, the source anywhere. Okay, so if you want to specifically for your IP address, only your IP address can able to access it. Okay. Okay, so let me just remove this. Let it be SSH and HTTP. Okay. So, so you can configure how much storage space that you want, 8 GB, 10 GB. So since you are in free tier, you can use at least a kind of 30 GB for free. So if you used more than that, you are going to you need to pay for that. Okay. So if you see check the advanced details, you will have more advanced details, but we are not going to get into this right now. We'll see that in our later videos. And so we have here user data. It's kind of instead of getting inside that EC2 instance and doing stuff like installing, right? What you can do is you can just give here the commands like sudo apt update, right? So these commands we can give like sudo apt install tree, right? So like these commands you can give, okay? And you can also encode this in basic 64. By the way, it's going to execute in your EC2 instance. Okay, so you can either preview it as a code, you can use it via CLI to create this, you know, this instance. We'll see that in later um, videos too. So first, let's keep it simple and we'll just launch the instance. Okay, okay. So here I just missed. Okay, launch instance. So it will just take few seconds, and once it's initiated, you have to click on the instance ID. Okay. So in this instance ID, you will see the instance ID, public IPv4 address, private address, and a lot more things which we'll discuss later video. And instance type, VPC ID, subnet ID. Okay. Instance ERN, AMI ID, status alarm, security. We'll have security groups here. and networking, related to only related to networking stuff. Storage, how much GB that you have used here. If you want, you can even add it. Okay, so this IP address we just paste it here as of now, so nothing will be going to be here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is there are different ways to connect to this EC2 instance, and the first and foremost thing is you can just simply connect here. Okay, so what you can do is you can either connect using a public IP or private IP, and there are different options available here. And the first option I'm going to use, it's giving as a username as Ubuntu. Okay, just click on connect and you are just standard into the server itself via the browser. Okay, so yeah, we are entered into the EC2 instance. Okay, so this is one way, and if we could see the tree is available. Okay, it's not available. Fine, we'll see that later why it didn't work out, but let it be very simple right now. So what I'm going to do is let's update this pt update. Since it's working good and no issues, we'll see that later. Okay, a sudo apt install tree. Okay, so the tree works now. If you wanted to get more information, tree, sorry, tree, so it's going to give us more. Since we are in a root file root directory, let's just cancel this. Okay, so this is one way, guys. Okay, the next way, which I do the most, okay, so what we can do here is click on the terminal. Okay, go to the downloads folder, cd downloads, and here you will see the pim file which you have downloaded. Okay, so what you can do is ssh, let me clear the screen, ssh hyphen I. Okay, so the pem file name. Okay, then the username at the IP address of it. What is the IP address? This one, isn't it? So we'll paste that IP address. It will ask for the certificate acceptation. Okay, just give S and you are successfully launched into the EC2 instance. Okay, sudo su. Okay, so what you can do is let me just give apt install apache 2 and capital Y. You can give small y too, not an issue. Okay, so once it got finished, let me just refresh the page. And yep, it works, right? So if you want, you can also change that, the file. It basically, the path is where www.html. Okay, ls index.html. Let's just remove this file. Let's go to index.html. Let's create one and let it be simple. Thanks for watching this video. Let me save it and just refresh the page. So yes, it worked. So this is another way, and there are a lot of ways out there. You can install MobaXterm. Okay, so here click on download, download now, and you can either install it as an installer edition or portable edition. Okay, so once you click on that, it's gonna start its installation. Okay, so just go to your downloads folder and just extract it. Okay, so you'll get this file. And here just choose your preference. I will choose dark session, allow SSH, and in the remote host, copy the IP address, paste it, give the username, and in advanced SSH setting, use private key. Click on here and go to downloads, youtube.pem. Okay, click on OK, accept, and it's going to logged in. Okay, this is another way. So this is kind of a best way I would say. Okay, so what you can do is you can just go click on duplicate tab, and again you're going to get a duplicate tab, and you can just set the tab color to the one which you want, right? And if you want, you can make it full screen, rename the tab as duplicate or whatever the name that you want. Okay, so just going to be set here, primary whatever. Okay, so this is how you log in a multiple ways. Okay, and also you can log in via putty, and other ways out there you can just log in via the CLI. Okay, and one of the most important thing I forgot to tell here is that just make sure you stop or terminate the instance which you when you doesn't need it. Okay, so else you have to pay the bill for it. Okay, so it's keep on counting you. So at the end of the time it's going to generate a bill, so you have to pay it. Okay, so it's in shutting down state and it's going to be terminated in a few seconds. Okay, so see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.